Hi everybody, Alex here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to answer one of the most asked questions that we get from clients is, what is our best trading robot? So on your screen you can see a list of all the currently available robots, and there they are, and there's some here, grid, trend multiplier, double in a day, but there's the list, and a lot of traders get a little bit confused by the selection that is available, and hopefully we can give you some guidance as to which EAs our clients like the best. So when traders consider a trading robot, they look at various factors, things like profitability, low drawdowns, robust through all market phases, easy to manage, low complexity, easy to understand, in other words, and the potential for personalization in terms of using the robot as designed but putting a personal approach to that. And I'll talk a bit more about that. So those are the factors that traders take into account. Also, what needs to be taken into account is the experience, knowledge, and skills of the user of the EA. If you're a complete beginner, all of these factors might be quite hazy, and you might have to go for a very low complexity EA, and I'll point them out. If you are highly experienced, you might be able to squeeze really fantastic results from our more complex EAs. So let's move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at two sources of popularity and also proven results of our EAs. And the first one is our licensing system. As you know, when you buy one of our EAs, it is a licensed EA, and we make sure that all of our EAs are licensed when they are used. It's a way of protecting our intellectual property too. Then we're going to have a look at our linking service, because that is where EAs get proven. Let's start with the licensing information. Okay, so here is a list of the EAs, and it's not a comprehensive list. I've basically just cut it off at the most popular ones, and here is the list of EAs, and then the popularity. In other words, this measurement is basically the trading activity that is currently happening as at today of all of our EAs through our licensing service. So let's have a look. So the first one is the profit retriever. Now in this video I cannot explain exactly how each EA works, but if you go to our Expert Forex page, there's a link to all the marketing pages, and they will explain how it works. So the profit retriever is by far the most popular EA that we have, and it is a pretty simple EA. It works with grids, grid systems, and top-ups. Then we have the grid trend multiplier, which is most probably 10 years old. It is one of our most robust EAs. It has won numerous competitions, and you can see that's at second place. And then the make money, again, traditionally a absolutely fantastic EA, in third place. Now I must point out that all of these are fairly complex EAs. So what has happened here is that traders have bought these EAs, they've experimented with the EAs, and they have found their own personal way of trading these EAs. They have not just walked in and put in a set file, they have developed their own style of trading these EAs. And that is why these EAs, although they are slightly complex and difficult to trade with set files, they've created their own strategies to make them successful. And you can see how high the usage is in these particular ones. Now the Lucky EA, also very high usage EA. The martingale system has brought that EA out, and it is trading fantastically using the martingale system. We'll have a look at that on the link service, really good. And then we go on to the RSI Liberator, again a EA that's found a following and has found traders that really understand the EA and can adapt it. We even have a user, and they will be introduced into the linking service in the next week or two, that uses the RSI Liberator as a day trader. In other words, they open a trade or two during the day, and they close all the trades at the end of the day. So they have used this and it's not the way the EA has been designed, but they have adapted it to be perfect for them. And in fact, that strategy is absolutely amazing. It generates a 1% drawdown. Fantastic strategy. But that's an example of personalization. The trader's taken the EA, looked at what it can do, adapted it to the way they like to trade, and has turned it into a great success. Anyway, so we can go down here. The trade receiver is not even a trading EA. It is being used in our linking service. Then you have the tradable RSI, and we can go on all the way down. Another interesting one here is the good vibrations EA. We don't even sell it. It's not on our list of purchasable EAs, and yet it is on our most popular traded list. So it just shows you people have bought this EA most probably 6 years ago, and they have found a way of printing money with these EAs. And that's the secret. You have to just grind away and find a personal way, a perfect currency to trade, a perfect time frame to trade, and a perfect way of trading that particular EA. Anyway, I'll leave this, just pause the video if you want to study it any further. The simple grid trader is most probably our most simple EA. I highly recommend it for somebody who's new to robot trading. They can go there. The settings are actually laid out for you. You don't even have to think. You just follow the guidance provided for settings, and it only costs $50. So really, that is your entry-level robot if you want. The rest are pretty complex and require trading experience, and they require optimization skills and testing skills. I'm sure a lot of our clients will find this list a bit of an eye-opener. Okay, so now what we're going to do is move on to our linking service, because that is where our EAs get traded profitably, and that gives you an indication of which robots perform the best. Okay, and here I am on the Link to Success service, where you can link your own personal trading account to that of a successfully proven robot traders. So let's have a look at the list of accounts currently available. And there we are. We've got a list of 66 currently. You can see the ages of the accounts are it's pretty high. The gains generated are over 100%, so very good there. Success rates high, and the average monthly return is 11%. So fantastic selection of accounts that you can link to. So let's have a look at which are the most popular EAs. So what you would do is, here is the list of robots. So you would actually go and sort them, and we would say, no, we don't want to sort them. We want to look at each one individually. Now, I'll start with the Wave Liberator at the bottom here. And there you can see the Wave Liberator, it is being used a lot in this linking service, and the results are absolutely fantastic. And we have a constant success rate, sometimes as high as 80%, and the lowest I can just see is about 60%. So really robust EA. There are 26 accounts traded by the Wave Liberator. It is the highest number of robots. So from a linked perspective, now you have to understand, you have very skilled robot traders, and they look at the EAs, all of our EAs, and they say, which EAs will give me the best chance of providing accounts to people who take part in the linking service. So Wave Liberator has come out as the top EA for reliability, because they are saying, okay, I'm looking for all of those factors that we mentioned before, low drawdowns, high profitability, blah, and the Wave Liberator has come out top. So that's the best proof of the best EA that we have. So let's go and have a look at some other EAs. So we would look at the RSI Liberator, which is its brother. And you can see that's also very well supported there. The returns are also extremely good there. The success rate, here's one with 53, strangely enough, but the success rate's pretty good. And one of the disadvantages of these EAs, the Wave Liberator and the RSI Liberator, is they mainly need fairly big accounts, like $10,000 accounts. We have in fact adapted them to be $1,000 accounts, so you can trade them with 1,000, and there you can see examples of them being traded on a $1,000 account. So let's have a look at the next biggest EA. I'm going to look at the Profit Retriever. So the Profit Retriever, there are 8 of them there, really good monthly returns and a nice solid profitability. It's interesting that the success rates were below 10, below 50%, and yet the EA is very profitable. Now, as you can see, this particular one has generated $75,000 starting with a $10,000 account. So some of them are, and also their ages are pretty high. So the Profit Retriever, top of the list of currently being traded EAs, and also pretty high up on our linking service. Right, the next EA we'll look at is the Bell. So we'll look at the Bell EA. Fewer, about 6 accounts there. Also good returns, but nice success rates there, and good overall results for the accounts. Okay, so now you've seen how I do it. I select the robots and then just sort them accordingly, and then I can get ideas of how each particular robot is doing. So in summary, here's a summary: the Wave Liberator 26, the RSI Liberator 17, Lucky Trader is 5, the Hedged EA is 3, Profit Retriever 8, and the Bell Trader is 6. And then we've got the Trade Explorer, which is an external EA, a 1, and that makes up that 66 that we saw earlier. So that gives us another idea of which EAs are the most popular for serious traders that want to create accounts that are linkable. So you'll see the GTM, for instance, isn't there, and it is because that is a personalized type of EA and cannot be shared with other traders that easily, because the timing of starting your strategy is very important. People can't just join at any time during a strategy. And that is one of the complexities of some of the EAs, is that they are personalized, very specific. For instance, the Make Money is not there. The Make Money is a trending EA, and it will only make money when the market trends. So it's actually unreliable for the linked service, because it sits and does nothing until the market trends. So you could join that service, and you could sit around for 3 weeks waiting for a trend to happen. Anyway, just to give you an idea, here's the list that we mentioned earlier of users, and you'll see that most of those EAs are in our bundle that can be purchased for $980. There's the list. You can actually tick them off over here and see that you can actually make a really good saving at 83% purchasing most of the successful EAs. Now, the ones that aren't in that bundle are the most recent EAs, and you'll also notice they're the ones that are used in the linking service. They are ideal for that kind of application. You can also get them all for 80% off. So the full price for $4,400, and you can get it effectively 80% off at $900, and even further if you are a premium forum member. And again, here's the list. You can actually just tick off the ones from this particular list. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some insight into what is happening out there, which of our EAs are being traded most, which ones are the most successful on the linking servers. Those are all factors that can guide you as to which EAs to use. But you do have to take your own trading experience, your own ability to trade robots into account. You cannot just go for the most popular one, because the most popular one is most probably one where experienced traders have made a success and they are starting to trade it year after year after year, because it's basically printing money for them. But it takes a while to get to that level. The best EA to start with, as I've mentioned, is the grid trader, the generation 2 version of that, and you can then build up your experience from then on. All the others require insight into how the EA works and then adapting it to a strategy that makes sense for the actual owner of the EA. So links to anything mentioned in this video will be in the description of the video, as well as in the first commentary. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio. Just a reminder to join our Expert Forex community of over 30,000 Forex traders. It is free, so don't miss out on any new developments. A link is in the description of the video.